You understand when Dad loses his temper and
But then, like, when I do get in trouble, it's annoying.
you kind of feel like there's a double standard when it comes to getting frustrated with Bryson.
It's almost like it's all my problem now. And I don't know what to do anymore. I can't do anything anymore. Welcome to True Parenting, just like a true crime documentary where they recreate and reenact things that actually happened. In these videos, we reenact actual conversations between Alicia and our children. I play the part of our children with their blessing and consent and excitement because we don't want to put them on camera for this. The purpose is not to mock, it's to really recreate so you can see how Alicia guides our children through difficult situations. Hope you enjoy. Dad gets mad at me when I get mad at Bryson, but what am I supposed to do? Bryson annoys me and teases me, and I try to be patient, but I just can't take it anymore.
So what you're saying is you feel like Dad gets frustrated with you when you lose your temper with Bryson, even though you see that you're both frustrated with Bryson, and he loses his temper too, but you feel like you get in trouble for losing your temper.
Yeah.
You understand when Dad loses his temper and
But then, when I do get in trouble, it's annoying.
you kind of feel like there's a double standard when it comes to getting frustrated with Bryson.
It's almost like it's all my problem now. And I don't know what to do anymore. I can't do anything anymore.
I get that, Shayla. You and Bryson have opposite personalities. You care about opposite things. You have opposite strengths. And Bryson's personality type is very, very challenging for you because the things that you care about, he doesn't care about. And it feels personally insulting when he does things to tease you.
It's like, I understand that people are mean to him and don't want to play with him and he has nothing to do. But it's also people just don't want to play with him because of his actions. It's like his own actions that people are being mean to. And then Dad's like, why don't you go and play with him? He's being mean to you because you're mean to him. And I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, well, let's stay focused on me because I don't think I've asked you to go play with Bryson.
Oh, he's like, Bryson has no one to play with. Can you? Can you play with him because he's teasing you because he wants you to play with him? And sometimes that's true. But sometimes I just don't want to play with him. Because when I do play with him, it's fun for a little bit, and then I either accidentally hurt him, or he doesn't want to play what I want to play, and I try to do something he likes to do, and it's annoying, and I'm just trying to enjoy it.
Okay, so Shayla, what I hear you saying is that you care about your relationship with Bryson, but you don't feel like Bryson cares about his relationship with you.
Yes. And then when I just leave it alone, I don't. I just leave him alone. He just comes in and he bothers me. Yeah, I don't understand what is going through his brain.
Yeah, his brain's very different than yours, and he values very different things.
Yeah, try to make me understand, or at least show me that he's trying.
So, Shayla, a lot of this stuff is going to come with maturity. It's going to come with Bryson growing up and realizing that not everybody likes to be teased. Most of the time, actually, most people don't ever want to be teased. And that he needs to learn to see and understand and value and respect other people's needs. Because you're right, he doesn't have a very good understanding of how his actions affect you, or frankly, how his actions affect anyone in the family. He doesn't, and he is trying. But his version of trying looks very immature because he's a kid and he is immature. So I understand your frustration. I understand why it's frustrating. I understand that you don't feel respected or loved or cared about when he treats you like this. And then he does it day after day after day. And then it feels like nothing is changing. So here's the thing. This is challenging. It's very challenging to have a brother who has such an opposite personality and opposite needs, and an opposite way of interacting than you do. Like one of them's not right or wrong, it's just different. And he's going to have to find the balance in his life. But right now, it's affecting you in a much more negative way than it's affecting him. Because for you, it's very hurtful. And for him, he doesn't even really think about it. Is what I'm saying making sense? Are you understanding?
You keep saying that he's trying. I'm not seeing any change. I'm not seeing anything.
It's slow, Shayla. I would wait to pass judgment for another 8 or 9 years when he's an adult, and I know that's almost your entire life. So that seems like a really long time. So here's the reality. We can't control other people's behavior. We can only control ourselves.
During school, I've made goals not to attack him. No, I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, so here's the thing. We all have challenges in our life where we end up crying and being frustrated and angry and upset, and we don't know what to do anymore. It still happens to me sometimes, right? I get it. It's part of life. These sorts of things are going to happen. So here's something to understand. When it comes to dealing with Bryson, he views the world completely differently. He values things completely differently. It feels like a personal attack when he's inconsiderate or rude or aggressive. But it is not a reflection on you. It is a reflection on him. It's about his challenges and his behaviors.
And you know...
Can I please finish? Or we can have this conversation later when you're calmer, because if you just need to be frustrated and cry right now, that's okay too.
No, I want something.
It's okay.
Oh, I understand, but I still don't know what to do anymore.
Okay, so I'm sure the biggest challenge for you is you are very sensitive to what goes on around you. You are very sensitive to what people are doing or feeling or how they're behaving and how it affects you. And that's a gift because you connect with people in a very deep way. You're able to help them because you're able to understand. You know what they're feeling, or at least you have a pretty good idea of what they're feeling and what's going on for them. But that's not a gift Bryson has. For example, he upsets you, and he doesn't even know he's upset you. That's like how out of touch he is with how other people feel, right?
Sometimes he does. Sometimes he knows he's annoying me. I know he knows. He knows that he knows it upsets me.
He knows, but he doesn't know just how deeply it affects you. He doesn't know how upsetting it is. He doesn't know how much he's damaging the relationship. And that is his opportunity for growth and learning. And hopefully he chooses to mature and grow and become more aware of how his behavior affects other people. But Shayla, did you know that you have an opportunity here for growth and learning?
No.
Do you know what your opportunity is for growth and learning?
No. Okay, I'm lost. I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, Shayla, we can't do anything from a place of high emotion. So right now, your emotions are very aroused. You're breathing heavy, you're crying, your brain is not listening very well.
I'm trying.
That's okay, Shayla. Sometimes we just need a good cry before we're in a place to listen. And that's why I said, if you want to talk later, we can talk later.
I want to know now. I want to know what to do.
Do you want to do your box breathing?
It doesn't really help because 5 minutes later I'm upset again.
It does help because it helps your whole nervous system relax. Just because you do get upset in the future, again, doesn't mean that it didn't help. So I think right now we need to do something to stop and calm down so we can relax. Do you want to do your box breathing? Do you want to go cuddle with your stuffy in a soft blanket? Do you want to go scream into a pillow? Do you want to go punch Punching Man? We have to do something to help you relax. Do we need to go do something right now to stop and calm down, and then we can finish this conversation later?
Yeah, I'm really tired and exhausted and annoyed.
Okay, so let's plan on 10 minutes. We still need to get school and stuff done, but let's do that for 10 minutes, and then you and I need to finish this conversation later. I'm not exactly sure in what order that'll be happening, okay? Does that sound good to you? Do you want a hug? Come here. It's gonna be okay, baby.
All right, welcome back. That was fun.
So fun.
So when you have a child who is highly emotionally sensitive, which we do,
Right.
we have a couple.
It's the most sensitive personality type, right?
Yeah.
So in comparison to all the others, right?
Yeah, the healer personality. I am a healer. I know what that's like. And a big challenge for healers is you take responsibility for the behaviors of other people. So if other people...
And you internalize them.
Yeah, so if you perceive them as being cruel to you, hurtful to you, you see that as a reflection of you, as if you were different, then they wouldn't treat you this way. And by observation, you see the other person maybe treating other people differently, and you think there's something wrong with me.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem.
And you guided Shayla through that really well.
Yeah. Well, and the part we didn't get to, because she was in an emotionally aroused state, which is just a place of strong emotion, which we're all there. And one of the opportunities we all have, it's almost like we vilified our emotions, right?
Yeah.
One of the opportunities we all have is to be okay with whatever we're feeling. Something that you say that I like is emotions just are. They're not right or wrong, they just are. And if we can get to a place where it's okay to experience our emotions, then we can feel them and move through them without keeping them stuck and bottled. And then all the, adult challenges that come along with life.
Well,
decades of bottling emotions.
And you did a great job there, like helping her to recognize her emotions were not shameful, they were not bad.
Right.
And also to recognize that the behavior of her brother was a facet of his personality type and his maturity level, not some defect on her part. How did you do that with her? You may feel like you need help, but you're not sure you can afford it. Or you really like to handle things yourself and aren't sure that counseling is a fit for you. We hear you, loud and clear. That's why we've designed a low-cost Mended Light membership site to give you an affordable, self-guided option for trauma recovery, mental health, and stronger connections. All of these courses are available or coming soon to the membership site, with a new course every month. What's more, every month Alicia and I offer live Q&As with members where we answer your burning questions about trauma recovery, how to have healthy relationships, and how to improve your health. And we have a Book of the Month Club where you can join us as we read, then talk about a different book to help us all along in our growth and healing. And did I mention the giveaways? Every month we select winners from among our members for free Mended Light merch, gift cards, virtual lunches with Alicia and I, vacations, and even cruises. Every day you go without needed support is a day you suffer needlessly. Our membership site is built out and waiting for you, complete with videos, audio recordings, workbooks, summaries, and practical application exercises so that what you're learning truly takes hold in your life. And we're waiting for you to answer live your questions and give you direct feedback and guidance. Sign up for your Mended Light membership today with no sign-up or cancellation fees. Why wait to heal? Why wait to feel brave and whole? Get started today by clicking below. So what happened after? Because we finished just with the hug.
Right. Well, we stopped and we took the time to stop and calm down, which is absolutely necessary, right? And depending on the emotionality, it can be done in 60 seconds with the box breathing, or it might take 10 or 15 minutes.
Or hours.
Yeah, up to a couple of hours, right? But the important part is you always need to come back. You have to come back and finish the conversation. And so when she came back and we had the rest of the conversation, that looks like us talking about what are her opportunities for growth, what is she in control of, right? Healers are going to have a challenge differentiating between how they're treated and their worth, right? This is her opportunity to say, hey, my brother treats me this way, but that's because of who my brother is. It's not who I am, right?
Yeah.
And not internalizing those messages, right? And also not bottling them, right? So us talking through it is powerful. And then, she does art, she plays the piano, she has her soft ways of working through her emotions that help her be in a more balanced emotional state. And one thing that we talked about here, because she's like, well, I do those things, but it doesn't really help because I'm upset again 5 minutes later. Yeah. And it's not that it didn't help, it did help, right? We have all sorts of interactions in life where we experience dysregulation in our nervous system. We're upset, we're frustrated, we're angry, and our nervous system can go so easily into a place of fight, flight, freeze, fawn, right?
Yeah.
It looks like depression, overwhelm, anxiety. And so doing those things like breathing, meditation, doing those things that help us feel safe and help us move those emotions are key, right?
Right.
Because the bumps in life are going to happen. It's one, learning that those bumps are okay, and then moving through them in a way that's self-empowering. And so doing that with her, number one, helping her differentiate between his behavior and her value. And then number two, boundaries. With healers, such a big deal, because especially with this closer relationship, they're going to feel walked on, right?
Yeah.
And so they're going to differentiate, and then they're going to need to set a boundary, and it's going to need to be okay. And so one of the conversations to be had, because she feels like she gets asked to play with Bryson when basically she doesn't feel safe always to play with Bryson, right? And that needs to be an okay boundary. And especially at their age, they're teens and tweens, like that's okay.
I remember that day really well. I was working. I just wanted to be left alone. Bryson, we're changing the names, but he was complaining to me that he had nothing to do. So I told his sister to play with him, and like you're saying, that wasn't a fit for her. And I really appreciate, like, it didn't bother me that you said we're going to go a different direction from what Dad said, because that's the need of the situation. Because you talked to me about it later and said, here's why I did it differently. I know this is what you told her. Here's what I did instead. And I was totally cool with that. And that's all just part of the cycle of communication, right?
Well, and you're not going to recognize all the needs at all the times. And you were like, I just need to get my work done. Go play, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing innately wrong with that.
Yeah. I didn't assess the situation, and you're not always going to be perfect at assessing the situation. So thank you for the backup.
Always, always.
So there's another side to this,
right?
Which is Bryson's side. And so we encourage you to check out the other side of the story, which is what to do when your child bullies their sibling. So check that out. That'll be the video that pops up here at the end. What do you do to help a sensitive child work through their emotions? Let us know in the comments below, because we'd love to learn from one another.
Yeah, or if you're a healer personality, what do you do to support yourself?
If you need extra support with your family relationships, go to mendedlight.com, schedule a complimentary 15-minute consultation with one of our clinical team, or explore our low-cost membership site where we teach what we teach in therapy through online video courses and live Q&As with the two of us and other, there's lots of stuff there. Go check it out, mendedlight.com.
It's a lot of fun. And until next time, remember to keep shining. We need your light.